Have you ever noticed how you can type in a few different web addresses and somehow land on the exact same page? For us, it's totally seamless, right? But for a search engine, well, that's a whole different story. It's actually a recipe for confusion, and it can seriously mess with your website's ranking. So in this explainer, we're going to demystify this super common problem and show you the simple, kinda elegant fix.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll dig into what this duplicate URL problem even is. Then, we'll see why it throws search engines for a loop. After that, we'll introduce the hero of our story, the canonical tag. I'll show you exactly how to put it to work, and we'll wrap up by seeing how it all comes together to create your website's one true URL.
Okay, let's dive into this. Imagine for a second that your house had 4 different mailing addresses. I mean, your friends could probably still find you, but the post office, it would be completely lost trying to figure out where to deliver your important mail. Well, that's pretty much what's happening on a lot of websites when a single page has multiple different web addresses pointing to it.
So, let me ask you a question. Take a look at these URLs. Are they different? I mean, to you and me, they all lead to the same homepage. We type them in and poof, we're right where we want to be. But the real question, the important one is, does a search engine like Google see them the same way we do?
And the answer to that is a big, fat NO. This slide just lays it all out perfectly. For us humans, it's all the same page. No big deal. But for a search engine crawler that's indexing the web, those are 4 completely separate pages that just happen to have identical content. And that disconnect is right where all the trouble starts.
So let's move on and see why this confusion is such a big deal for your website. You know, this isn't just some minor technical thing you can ignore. It has real, actual consequences for how you show up in search results.
This whole mess actually has a name. It's called a canonical issue. It happens anytime you've got more than one URL showing the exact same or even really similar content. When a search engine finds this, it's basically left scratching its head, trying to guess which one is the original, the master copy that it's supposed to care about.
And when search engines have to guess, that leads to some pretty serious problems for your SEO. Your ranking power, all that authority you've built up, it gets split between all the different versions, which really dilutes its impact. Search engines end up wasting their valuable crawl budget looking at the same page again and again. And worst of all, you could even risk getting dinged for having duplicate content. And this can all be caused by something as simple as having both an HTTP and an HTTPS version of your site, or versions with and without the www.
Okay, but don't worry, because there is a super straightforward and really powerful solution to this. It's a way for you to stop all the guesswork and just give search engines clear, direct instructions on which page they should be looking at.
And the solution is honestly beautiful in its simplicity. It's just a single line of code. That's it. You place it in the head section of your website's HTML, and this one little line solves all of that confusion.
And this right here is that magic line of code. Let's break it down real quick. Rel just stands for relationship. So what you're doing is telling the search engine that this page has a canonical, which is just a fancy word for master, relationship with the one specific URL you put in there. You're literally pointing to the one true version.
So we know what it is, but how do you actually use it? Theory is great, but let's see how this works in the real world. We'll use an example from one of the most popular platforms out there, WordPress.
Now, if your website uses the super popular Yoast SEO plugin, this is, well, it's almost embarrassingly easy. You just edit the page or post you want to fix, scroll down to the Yoast settings box, and click on the Advanced tab. Right there, you'll see a field that says Canonical URL. You just paste your preferred master URL right into that field, hit Update, and you're done. You've just told Google exactly what to do.
And by doing that, you're not just fixing some little error. No, you're actively consolidating your SEO power. You're telling all the search engines to focus all of their attention and give all the ranking value to your website's single, true URL.
So let's just lock this concept in. That little rel equals canonical tag, that is the official signal. It's you telling all search engines, hey, this one over here, this is the master version. It's the one you want them to index, the one you want them to give credit to, and ultimately, the one you want them to rank.
So the most crucial point, the real takeaway here, is this. You are directly telling Google, look, I know you see a bunch of pages that look the same. Ignore all those duplicates. This is the one that matters. Please send all the SEO credit and all the ranking power right here.
And that really brings us to our final thought. This isn't just about a technical fix. It's about taking control of your website's identity in the eyes of the search engines. So the question I want to leave you with is this.
Which URL are you telling Google is your master copy?